Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel in a morning where, for the most part, if you're invested in chips, it's a nice morning. Good morning, Val.
It is. Yeah, good morning, Nathan. Yeah, two of the stocks to the upside we're going to talk about are in the chip sector. Let's start with Micron. Those shares are higher by nearly 1.7% this morning after the chip maker gave an upbeat forecast for the current quarter. The company's revenue forecast topped estimates, helped by strong demand for its AI equipment, focused mostly in high bandwidth memory, which has become the star of Micron's business, a key component used in artificial intelligence. The growth prospects have turned Micron into the chip industry's hottest stock this year. Their shares have gained some 51% through Thursday's close. And Micron is on track for record revenue this fiscal year and expects continued growth in AI software as it becomes more complex. That's Micron on the upside of 1.7% this morning.
And following on its heels, it's ahead of everybody now. Nvidia, once again, the top dog in the market.
Yeah, it is. Nvidia shares reached a record high on Wednesday, and they're adding to those gains this morning. Nvidia up over 1% so far in pre-market trade. The stock rose more than 4% yesterday into the close, lifting the chip giant's market cap to $3.77 trillion. Now the world's most valuable company, taking the crown from Microsoft. Nvidia has gained 63% since the April lows, fueled by massive demand for AI hardware and strong earnings. Nvidia shareholder meeting earlier this week, the CEO, Jensen Huang, reassured investors that demand remains strong and reiterated his view that the computer industry is only at the beginning of a massive AI infrastructure upgrade. So that's Nvidia adding to yesterday's gains, the world's most valuable company, up over 1%.
Now, we should say that the rising tide of chip stocks isn't lifting all boats, particularly for one stock overseas.
Yeah, this is a stock in the Netherlands, ASML. It's one chip stock on the back foot this morning, down 1.2% in Netherlands trade. It was downgraded by Jefferies, so suffering in the red. I guess it's not all chip stocks that are gaining this morning, but the gains from Micron and Nvidia are really setting up the Nasdaq for yet another record high close this week.
Okay, so the big earnings story after the bell yesterday was Micron. After the bell today, looks like it's going to be Nike.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Nike reporting after the bell. The shares are outperforming the broader market this morning, up 0.6% versus the S&P 500 futures, up just 0.3%. Investors will be looking for updates on the company's new products, tariff impacts as well. They have a lot of Vietnam exposure, and the health of its business in China. Some analysts, though, are warning that the results might not be pretty. The company could take a beating from the drastic measures the new CEO is taking to turn the sneaker maker around. So whichever way it goes, will be an interesting report, both on a macro and micro perspective. Those results will be dropping after the bell.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.